Yeah. Hey, Alex. Just kind of talk about Sean Payton touched upon it, but when you guys were 1-5, what were some signs that have led to this turnaround? About how you guys didn't lose confidence back then, continued to practice hard, and what are some of the factors that have led to this turnaround?
Yeah, I mean, I think those are, two of the big things. I think it was kind of just the guys in the room. We knew it was kind of just us. I think no one else really, believed in us anymore. And we knew the team we had, we knew the team we wanted to be, and we knew we had to put in the work every single day. We still do. We're still nowhere close to where we want to be. We're just moving in that right direction. And yeah, but I would say it's just buying in one day at a time. Everyone doing the little things every single day to just to continue to go in the direction we are.
Go ahead, Darren.
Alex, who are you guys now? What do you think your identity is compared to the journey you've come from that Dolphins game?
A better team. It's a team that's ready to fight. I think last night was an example of a full team win. I think over the last year and a half I've been here, there was a big culture change from a team who was used to losing to a team who was going to find a way to win. And I think last night was a great example of us, kind of with momentum swing, stuff happening where there wasn't that feeling on the sideline anymore of here we go again. It was more of a we're going to go get this thing done. And you could feel it. And in that environment with that crowd, with the, 80 people on our sideline, and you could feel that. I think that is kind of the team we are right now.
Go ahead, Zach.
Hey, Alex, can you just take us through your near interception, how close that was, and then how big it was to get 2 takeaways in the first 2 possessions that the Bills had?
Yeah, I need to do toe tapping lessons, I guess. I zero spatial awareness, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it's huge. I think obviously that first play, I mean, that's they obviously elected to receive. Most teams that do that with a good offense, they expect to go down, score, and be up 7 points before their defense ever goes on the field. So for us to go out there and obviously the first play, J-Mac making a play like that, it's huge. It's a complete momentum swing and change and all that. So it's huge. And then, yeah, the same thing on the second drive. It's kind of we were bending a little bit. It might have felt like, all right, they kind of got it back. The first drive, whatever. Here we go. And then we get the second one, and he goes, okay, now we're clicking. Now we're rolling. And I think it just kind of set us up for the rest of the game.
Go ahead, Brandon.
Yeah, Alex, I imagine Cortland will offer some toe tapping lessons if you ask nicely. But I'm curious, this was pretty unique because everybody we've talked to has never heard of staying in a city after a game, but that was the plan all along. And obviously coming off the win, what was just the mood like being there in the hotel? And then I guess in theory, getting a good night's sleep before you handled meetings or film today?
It was, I enjoy, in the CFL, we actually, did have to do this sometimes. So it's cool. I think it's it's kind of, and same thing in like college, you kind of get that call, it's just us in the hotel, it's just the guys. And so we came here early. It's we've been here 4 days now, we're still here, our plane is malfunctioning, so we're still here. But yeah, I think it's just one of those it's a good weekend for us to be able to come here, do what we did, to be able to come back to the hotel after and enjoy it, everybody together. There's nobody's families here. You can't leave the hotel. So it's just one of those middle of the season, everyone just getting closer. And that's just where this team's going. You can feel it. It's exciting, but yeah, just, for being in a hotel in Buffalo, we made the most of it.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, Alex. First of all, the Bills just fired their offensive coordinator, Ken Dorsey. Any thoughts on that, being the defense that kind of got him fired? And then I was going to ask you as a follow-up about fumble recoveries.
I don't wish anybody in the, this league and these jobs are hard enough. So I mean, I hate, when you see a guy go, because it's never one person's fault for anything. So I think that just sucks. Obviously, I'm happy, we won and all that, but I don't wish ill on anybody, especially that we play against.
And then on the fumble recoveries, I think in the first 5 or 6 games, the only recovered fumble you guys had when the ball was in play was the Jonathan Cooper, the Coopin score there against the Bears. In the last 2 or 3 games, though, you guys have really been pouncing on fumbles. The fumble recovery you had, last night seemed like you just wanted it more than Stephon Diggs did, who was there, might have been closer to the ball than you were. Is it luck, or is it or is there something to being quick and aware and wanting it more on the fumble recoveries?
I think as a whole, I think it's just we just continue to put more emphasis on turnovers. I think that was kind of our Achilles heel even last season here. We caused a lot of fumbles, but we didn't get a lot of them. We we're in right positions to get picks. We didn't get a lot of them. A lot of those little things, and even early in this season. But all of a sudden, turnovers kind of, people always talk about it. Turnovers come in bunches, and so it's just started to click for us. And I would definitely say a lot. Especially when the ball's on the ground, it's a half luck thing, and it's a half. You got to be willing to sacrifice your body, and I could guarantee I'm willing to throw my body into any pile before he ever does.
Final 2, Andrew, then Chris. Go ahead, Andrew.
Hey, Alex, you just said turnovers come in bunches, and I mean, you guys are only the 3rd team in the last 4 seasons with 9 takeaways in a 2-game span. But when they don't come, even when you're putting in the work, how much can the last couple of weeks of how you've grown sustain you guys and allow the defense as a whole to get to the same end result, even when those takeaways aren't coming in a cluster like they are right now?
Yeah, I mean, we want to say we'll get 5, 4, however many a game if we can. But, a lot when you really do look at NFL games now, it is so much, winning. It's, winning the turnover battle. I think, we show it so much in team meetings. I think, ESPN talks about it. You see it on, Twitter and everything. If you win the turnover battle, you could be like, 70% on defense and 3rd downs, and your team will still be in the game and usually up in the game. And so it does matter, and especially in today's game. And I think it's always mattered, but I think there's such a big emphasis on it now. But yeah, I think it's just in the aspect of not getting them, it's believing that we can, and believing that, like, if we get off the field on a 3 and out and force a punt, that can just be, if you keep a team backed up, that's just as good as a turnover. It's just like a long pick. And so it's just those things, and, believing in each other, feeling, like I said earlier, like on the sideline, like there's no quit. There's the hunger, the desire, that winning, just like we're going to not stop working for this, and you can feel it. And I think that's what'll help, with that momentum moving forward.
Go ahead and finish us off, Chris.
Yeah. Hey, Alex, you mentioned the plane was malfunctioning. Where are you guys now? How much you think you might be delayed? Could it be a long situation or just a short thing, or do you have any idea?
Short thing. I think we're leaving here pretty soon, so we'll be back in Denver before Sunday, which will be good.
Alrighty. Thanks, Alex. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yep. See you guys.